horsepower Honeywell engines, the aircraft can quickly depart the area whilst minimising the risk presented by different threats. As the aircraft repositions, we'd like to express our gratitude to our air operations staff to ensure all of our training runs smoothly, the logisticians to ensure spare parts and fuel are where they're required, and the air traffic crews we work alongside to ensure safe landings every time. The next manoeuvre the team will demonstrate is a nose-down quick stop. This is a flying technique that's used to turn the aircraft on a sixpence. Quick stops are a core handling skill for pilots, which allow us to keep speed as long as possible, and are particularly useful when the trees are spotted late in an approach or during dusty brownout or snowy whiteout conditions. This dynamic manoeuvre enables us to rapidly adjust from maximum flying speed to bringing support to troops on the ground in the minimum time. Chutes is setting up at 140 miles per hour, and you will rapidly decelerate the aircraft and turn with pedal, forcing the side of the aircraft into a windbreak. The Chinook will then be expeditiously manoeuvred forward and down in order to recover the troops. Although not fitted today, 3 defensive weapon systems can be found mounted on the helicopter, one on either side and one on the tail ramp. Their sole use is to protect the aircraft and are only used in life-threatening situations. Coots is now repositioning to set up to fly a profile known as the dog bone, named as such because of the pattern it makes when used above. The dog bone keeps the aircraft's weapon systems looking towards potential threats for a maximum amount of time. As Coots flies past, he will keep the speed back and present the starboard weapon system to the threat side and give the troops on the ground maximum support while they conduct their mission-critical tasks. If you have a camera handy, the dog bone provides a cracking opportunity for a great photo, and you can get ready to hear the Chinook's iconic blade slap. Whilst the Chinook operates above, on the ground we can see JHSS, who are the Specialist Helicopter Handling Unit for Defence. JHSS are a joint squadron made up of both Army and RIAT personnel, and are based out of RIAT Benton in Oxfordshire. Formed during the Falklands War, they primarily work with our UK support helicopters, including the Chinook, Puma and Merlin. They work tirelessly to provide specialist helicopter landing site reconnaissance and the movement of essential supplies by internal and external loads, exactly as you see during today's launch demonstration. As the Chinook begins its second pass on the dog bone, you will be able to see the team's number 2 crewman looking out of the starboard window. Operating from the number 2 position today, it's our handsome French exchange crewman, Warrant Officer Fabien Chauffard. Fabien has been operating with the squadron for the last 2 years, proving that the famous Entente Cordiale is still going strong. So give Fabien away. You'll notice Coots is working hard to handle the water smoothly today, and not only does this offer mechanical sympathy to the aircraft, but also make sure any passengers remain in a fighting fit state to conduct their duties whilst on the ground. The Chinook is supported by a huge team of engineers that keep the airframe functional and airworthy 365 days a year to hold national standby commitments. It's worth noting that all the crew and supporting units here today are drawn exclusively from frontline units, and all our display activities are conducted around normal operational commitments. And it's thanks to the tireless work of the aircrew, engineers and supporting functions that enables the team to deliver their outputs whilst flying today. If you look stage right, you'll see the crew repositioning for a running landing. This is a manoeuvre used when the aircraft is operating with limited power, such as flying at high weights, in hot and high climates, or in an emergency with one engine not fitting, as maintaining forward speed reduces the power demand. As they run the aft wheels on, you'll see how the tandem rotors of the Chinook are used to bring the aircraft to a complete stop. Showing just how much control he has over the aircraft, Coots will bring it to a stop on just the two up on numerous operational deployments, including Australia and off Newcastle in Mali. Joining Coots in the cockpit today is Flight Lieutenant Gwyn Edwards, known to us as Jingle. Gwyn hasn't always been a pilot though, initially commissioning into the elite RIAT regiment. After completing a ground tour as a flight commander on Operation in Afghanistan, Jingle saw the light and transitioned across to aircrew. He credits this success to his extremely patient family, who are here supporting today. So from all of us at the Heart MOD, a huge thank you to Happy, Hugo and George. The underside load that Coots are going to carry today weighs approximately 2 tons. And if you can listen closely, you'll hear the gearboxes working just a little bit harder as they cater for the extra weight. The Chinook is famous worldwide, not only for its ability to carry 3 underslung loads simultaneously, but also its load carrying capacity, both externally and internally. In today's configuration, the aircraft could carry an incredible 6 additional tons of freight and still achieve an impressive range of 300 miles. Today, the Chinook will simulate conducting an ancestral weapons drop off close to the front line. Under the watchful eye of Sergeant Lawson, JHSS have recognizing the site and will mask it with smoke. Not only does this identify the jump-off area, but also gives Coots an appreciation of the wind direction and strength. Once safely on the deck, the JHSS team will leave the aircraft in order to attach the gun to the Land Rover